Are you tired of lame parkour mods? Well then boy, do I have the mod for you. How's it going, guys? I want to say thank you all so much for the support on last video. It has been blowing up more than I ever thought it would. I know the original video on the original map did pretty awesome, but I didn't expect this, so thank you all so much for all the support. But this is the wall kick mod, and it really is pretty simple. Just go to a wall and kick off it. Yep, video done. Just kidding. There's a lot more you can do with this, and I even have a map specifically made to really show this off. So please stay until the end, and we're gonna go to that map very soon. I just want to kind of show off that it's not the most useful thing on something like Construct. Also, the momentum that you do put into the wall is going to apply to the amount of force that you'll carry with you as you jump off, aka momentum. But I noticed that the creator also made a few awesome mods, and I did include a second one because it kind of fit the theme. Couldn't find a third one for the life of me, so please excuse me for that. But hey, fun fact, apparently you can use this to break your fall. So if you're really quick on your feet, get what I did there, you can jump off the wall right before you hit the ground and it'll break all the fall damage. But what does it look like in third person? Well, we kind of already saw that when we did the intro. It just looks like you kind of mystically bounce off of the wall, which I guess is to be expected. This mod is quite old, and I do want to thank Daniel from my Discord for suggesting it. I really got to start mentioning suggestions like I used to. I feel like I'm not doing you guys a service because a lot of these videos wouldn't even exist at the time that they do if it wasn't for you guys helping me out by suggesting in the comments and in my Discord page, which will be in the description, by the way. But this is the one thing that really kind of made it speak to me. You can adjust the horizontal force from the mod. So by default, it is 150. I thought it was supposed to be 300. Let's go ahead and go to 300 here, see if we can fix that. So now, as you can see, when we kick off, it launches us. It could be that maybe originally it was 300, but maybe the creator changed the default because maybe people were complaining. But this is the cool thing about the mod. Now that we do have the increased horizontal force, we're able to kind of do some pretty nutty Mario-like wall jumps. Now, diagonal, it's not the greatest. You really got to be like at a perfect angle. You can kind of do it there, but then all the momentum is lost. In case you guys don't know, this is NecrosVideos, where we like to push things all the way to the maximum. All right, here goes nothing. And, oh, yeah, yup, that is definitely more in line with what I expected. Now, I gotta admit, it is kind of hard to gain any sort of height from this distance. Even with this amazing force, it takes too long. And by the way, in case anyone was wondering, no, you cannot kick off the wall while facing it. It does have to be on the side. All right, so about that map, yeah, yeah, it's got issues. I don't know why, but whenever I try to launch it, my game freezes, and I almost lost the video. Thankfully, I was able to save it, but for some weird reason, you have to launch into a multiplayer server. So you can just do a LAN server if you want to make this one work, but this is the second mod, and it is known as the Quick Dash. All you have to do, simply double tap in any direction, and you will now go within that direction. Now, of course, this isn't really anything new. This mod's pretty old, like 2016. I am kind of sad that the creator doesn't seem to be making any more mods, because I really do like some of the mods that they've made. And this one is pretty nice. You know, you're able to kind of quickly get the jump on someone if you want. Now, my only issue is that with the way I play Garry's mod, I am constantly just tapping my keys. And like right there, that was accidental. I did not mean to do that. So, yep, right there it is again. So this would not be a great mod for me, even though you could do some really cool stuff like that. And of course, as you guys probably expect, you can change the force. At least I thought you could. This is kind of a strange thing, because if you type in tap dash, you could see that in the description, they recommend putting the same command in that begins it. I think what they meant to say was dash size. Thankfully, we do have it here. Let's go ahead and raise this to 600. And just like with the other mod, it's just going to extend the amount that you move based on whatever it is you want. So for instance, if you wanted to completely close this entire gap, you very easily could. Now, we didn't quite make it there, but the cool thing about this mod is it also lets you do it front and back. So really, you kind of can be a rabbit in Garry's mod. Alright, so like I said, guys, for some weird reason, the last map wouldn't load. I'm now realizing, though, that I had the same problem with this map. However, this time I waited about 10 seconds and finally were able to go in. I don't know if that's like a Gmod 64 issue or something, but definitely be careful with this mod if it does somehow lead to laggy load-ins. I'm not saying it's the mod's fault, because I'm not 100% sure if it is or not, but this is it. Alright, so I've gone ahead and adjusted a few settings. For one, I made it to where the vertical is now higher, so I didn't think you could adjust that, but you definitely can, and it's pretty simple. All you have to do is type in wall kick vertical, and there you go. Now when you go ahead and jump off a wall, you will jump a lot higher than you probably think you could, and I didn't think it would launch us that high. So I went ahead and lowered it a bit because that was a bit ridiculous, but that's one thing I did want to test it on. I wanted to see how well we could scale, well, buildings, because parkour is cool, and we've seen a lot of parkour mods. I mean, let's be real here. I have showcased probably more parkour mods than any Gmod YouTuber probably ever should. But you know what? I think parkour is pretty rad, and that's why I keep doing videos on it. But this mod isn't really all that crazy. The one thing I like about it is how simple it is, and that was the thing I liked about the last parkour mod. But this one is even more simple because it's just a wall kick. Although I do like how you can fully adjust how it works, because I do think with a lot of the parkour mods, you don't really get a lot of control over the force or where it takes you. But as you can see with this one, you can go pretty damn high. Now, it does take a little bit of skill to bounce off correctly to not lose all your momentum. Now, adjusting the settings can alleviate that, but right here we can do the thing I wanted to do the whole time, and that's pretty much act like Mario. Now, we did hit that AC unit there. Let's go ahead and see if we can bounce up now. And just like that, we are all the way at the top. Pretty cool stuff. Now, I don't think we can make that, but if you do adjust the horizontal force just enough, you can make some pretty insane jumps like that. Now, you'll probably break an ankle or two, but you know what? That's kind of the life of the parkour addict, is it not? Now, this is where some really cool stuff can happen. If you can jump quick enough, you can make it all the way through that. I don't know a lot of parkour mods that could make it through that gap. Alright, I went ahead and adjusted vertical. Let's see if we can go ahead and jump off the wall to make it over there. Now, I know that seems ridiculous, but remember, we have this mod, and we very easily made that gap. So bottom line, this is a really old mod, but I kind of like that. I like that even the old school Garry's Mod mods can still be pretty awesome if you use them in the right way. Alright, I'm going to try something crazy here. I'm going to try to fall off of this wall, jump, and make it all the way to that pool. Now, in order to make this jump, I did have to make the horizontal force kind of nutty, so bear with me. And... oh! Oh, we did it! That is so cool. Now, obviously, I don't expect most people to play that way. It's kind of ridiculous. It really kind of just launches you, but that's kind of fun. And is that not the point of Garry's Mod? But I digress, guys. Let me know your thoughts about these old school parkour mods. I think it's pretty fun when you can do stuff like this. It's just so cool, and if you do it right, you won't even take any fall damage. But as always, I would love to know what you guys think down below. You can check out my Discord to also leave comments and maybe suggestions if you want. Leave a like and subscribe if you really like Garry's Mod content, because that's pretty much all I do. Use code NecrosVideos to save 20% off your next G Fuel order, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, farewell.